Hello everyone, it's me Jenny, and it's time for another commentary type thing in Rob Do You What's It. And as you can tell by the fact that this is filmed on my web camera, which is low definition and all of those sort of things, it is not actually because I broke my camera or my SD card is playing up, both of which are kind of semi-true. My SD card is playing up a lot at the moment. It's just because I want to be able to do a super long commentary to cover everything and to catch up on my commentaries. And I don't want to have to upload it for 4 days straight. So I'm filming on my web camera, and there we go. That's the end of that. I've got a lot of comments to go through, so I'm just going to go through them. Starting from the Dance Recess video, which was a long time ago now. Thank you so much for all your feedback, guys. All of you are so positive and so kind. I think it's becoming one of my favourite videos that I've done, along with a lot of my other dance videos actually. My I Just Need This video and Singing in the Rain review and The Artist. I don't know why I really like it, but I really do like it. I'm actually really impressed that actually the music that I was listening to on my phone was actually a Disney melody. It was I'm on My Way, or whatever it is, from Hercules, and then it changed to Touch the Sky from Brave. But I'm actually really happy with the music that I chose, which is YouTube's own free from whatever music, and I'm actually really proud of myself that I actually managed to edit the timing and the build up, and I'm just proud of that video. So thank you all so much for your feedback. Big Virgo Tube commented that I had good dance training, and Boss Virgil asked about my dance history. My dance history is that I did ballet from when I was about 3 to when I was 18, and when I say I did ballet, I went to a class once a week where it was 45 minutes long, and we spent about 30 minutes of that 45-minute period chatting. And then doing like 15 minutes of dance. So I don't know why you guys think I'm good, but thank you so much for your support. I'm not a good dancer. I've never been a good dancer. I just like doing it. When I was 17 to 18, I started doing 2 classes a week. So I was doing, 30 minutes a week instead of 15 minutes a week. It did get slightly more focused around there. I do maybe exaggerating a little bit, but it definitely wasn't a focused dance class. I definitely wasn't ever going to be good at it, but I did enjoy it and I did do it. From when I was 3 to when I was 18. And I also did GCSE dance and A-level performing arts, specialising in dance. So yeah, that's my dance history. I also did once or twice I went to a local, as in very local, like village hall type ballroom class. So I can just about square dance slash waltz, and I do like Kayleys and barn dances and that sort of thing, like group dances. There's nothing quite as fun, in my opinion, as a group cool dance, like when you have no stress about looking sexy or anything like that, and you can just have fun and you can meet people and you can dance with them with no pressure, and it's just incredibly fun. So yeah, that's my dance history, if that's any use to you at all. You guys are all just so lovely and so kind, and thank you so very much. And Meta said, asked if I could stop being so goddamn cute, and she's so cute that I don't know, oh, you guys are awesome, and I miss you, Meta, you're awesome. So yeah, there we go. Nathan Lyle also quoted the Safety Dance song, which is hilarious. Moving on. Onto the classy chat, my last commentary, which was number 14. I feel like I might have missed out a video here, but I think I've got all the videos that I've commented back on. I asked you to comment on your technical issues over the years. I've had several technical difficulties, as you guys well know, especially if you guys have been watching for a long time. My internet is notoriously bad, and everything else is messed up. So it was nice to hear you guys talking about your problems. Baxon said that he was having problems with XSplit while processing. He shut down his computer early. Let's see. Eric Dye said that he forgot to bring his camera to the zoo and was rather miffed with himself. KSJ said that he was born a genius and has never made any mistakes, so whatever you say. Let's see. Boss Virgil says that he was a numpty when he's not a numpty when it comes to technology, unless he is. And a lot of you, including Red Sky, Blackbird, and Who else was it? Nathan Lyle commented that my autofocus was way off last week, which is 100% true. That's what I get for trying to make the autofocus better halfway through filming, and it was doing jump cuts, so I'm so sorry for last week's autofocus. But you get low definition to make up for it this week. Wink! Moving on. We had some great developments to the class librarian RPG story mythos. Generally, there were some really good suggestions. F. Barry said I should be a summoner, which is really cool. I could summon really powerful people to help me. KSJ suggested that I have a defiler as my villain who leaves things around the library and messes up books and speaks really loudly as the ultimate alter ego of the class librarian. I think that was really cool, but I like the idea that like if we're going with an epic story, there's usually like a secret identity villain and a superhero identity villain. So like the big villain, the ultimate villain would probably be the the crude curator. Which I'm still having difficulty saying. And then like I like to have the close to home, like personal villain, like the secret identity version, who would be the defiler, who would be like the one for comedic value. I really like that idea. And Red Sky Blackbird suggested autofocus should be the ultimate villain, which I also like. What else is on the list? Baxon described what an iced tea is, a Long Island iced tea. It sounds delicious, but it also sounds awful. I don't know. I'll have to try at least one in my life, I guess. Anything else that I need to mention? Library War and Read or Die are suggested as anime options for me from Nathan Lyle, so I'll put them on my to-watch list at some point. And Red Sky Blackbird said that I introduced him to Trisha Hirschberger, which is amazing. I can't believe I did that, but thank you. I'm glad to have put you onto someone as awesome as Trisha. And there we go. And as for Boss Virgil, the answer is it's a future thing. I don't know, boy or girl. We'll see how it goes. Right now, I am completely indifferent either way. Moving on to Trisha Hirschberger's Naked Truth on collectibles. A lot of you just really agreed with me. Thank you very much for that. I'm glad that you enjoyed all of that. KSJ Hawker, plushies are the best. Red Sky Blackbird had an enormous comment and also suggested that I look better without makeup, so thank you. I really don't wear that much makeup. I think probably the reason why I look different on the Naked Truth is just because it's a very different emotional setting. I'm usually talking about very different subjects to normal, and also it's very different lighting in that corner of the room. I usually try and use like very specific light, while when I'm sat in that corner of the room I usually have actually a window facing me, but it's far enough distance away I can use natural lighting. Usually when I'm using natural lighting I've got to like either carefully sort of shutter it in order that it's not blindingly white, or just generally it's really good lighting in that corner of my bedroom if I film during daylight. I think that's probably the only reason why I look particularly different, but thank you all the same. And yeah, that's moving on to the next video. On my more Skyrim, Boss Virgil said it was edge of the seat action, which thank you. And that was the only comment on that video. On my Mecha cosplay, Asian GMR said that he's going to re-watch Soul Eater, yay! And we'll have very high expectations. What's it? Apparently his friend thinks that sometimes simple cosplays are just as hard as normal cosplays, so thank you, I guess. We'll see how that one goes. I'm definitely distracted at the moment. Boss Bird just says he wants to re-watch Soul Eater so he can be judgmental. But I think it's with tongue-in-cheek thing going on there. Moving on to my tea at home on the royal family. There's a lot of stuff about the Kardashians. I did compare the royals to the Kardashians. Let's see. Baxon asked, how dare I besmirch the Kardashian name? I dare very easily, I think, on that one. I don't think they're going to come and slaughter me, although they are very, very rich, so they may do. Let's see. KSJ is very interested in Roman history and the history of Britain. I think it's endlessly fascinating. The way that the royals have merged over the years, and just generally the history of Britain is amazing. And it's such a amalgamation of cultures, and it has so many influences on the world and so many influences on itself. And that's not being vain, it's just a historical fact. And I'm really proud of that history. It's one of the things that genuinely I love about England. And Britain in general, that I can say without any sort of level of feeling like I'm over egging on it, because the history of Britain is just fascinating to me. Let's see. Nathan Lyle compares the British family to the Kardashians as well, and says I should talk about British folklore, which is a really nifty idea. I don't think I'm going to do it this coming week because I have a subject in mind, but it is a good suggestion for the future, so thank you. Moving on to my random review on Daredevil. Mark Amano says he's going to start watching the series, and KSJ Holker says he's Groot, so woo! Moving on to my Mecha cosplay thing. I showed my staff stick, and Hazaroification, which is the tongue twister. He looks like he might be a poi person or some sort of spinner. Nice. I'll have to check out your channel on Nifty. I see your icon image is really cool. Asked whether or not I plan on making a scythe strong enough to be spun at speed. I'm not very good at stuff spinning. I did start to retrain myself last summer, but the main problem that I'm having when it comes to spinning the staff at speed is I'm used to even weight distribution on the staff. So I've got to contend with the fact that one end of the staff will be much heavier than the other side. I also have to deal with the fact that it will be sharp, and I really don't want to hit myself in the face, because I hit myself regularly in the face when I staff spin, and I don't want to do that with a pointy object. And last but not least, I've got to be able to do the staff justice, so I'm more tempted to have a staff that looks really good, then I can spin really well. Although having both would be awesome, I would need to practice very, very carefully. But I do like staff spinning, and I haven't done it in a while. I need to get back out in the garden, away from glass lampshades and such like. But there we go. I hope that answers your question. I would love the best of both worlds to have an awesome looking scythe that I can spin well, but I don't know whether or not I have the technical skills both in the crafting area and in the physical area to do that well. Review comments. I didn't realise there was comments to review. There we go. I'm allowing let's see, who was it? Nathan to post links to tongue twisters. His favourite is Betty Bitter, which I will reply to now. I have never heard of that one, but I will watch it and try and learn it. Yay! There we go. You feel special, Nathan. I just replied to your comment in real time. There we go. And KSJ said, "Oh, kitty." Yes, my kitty is adorable and I love her to bits. And that's actually the end of the ones that I have apparently answered comments-wise. I hope I haven't missed any. I feel like there's some comments that I've seen but I haven't answered. I know there was one comment on a Naked Truth about me wearing earrings to bed. I do wear earrings to bed relatively often, simply because I'm too lazy to take them out again. The thing is with earrings that I think a lot of people don't really get is when you first get them pierced, you've got to have them in for, I think it was 6 months in order to actually set them. And so I'm used to sleeping in sleepers. It was 6 months of sleeping in sleepers. And little glass like little round ones like this, they're actually pretty comfy. Obviously you don't sleep in dangly ears, you don't sleep in wired ears, earrings, but you know, I can sleep very comfortably in round balled earrings like these, because you had to for 6 months. I think I had to leave mine in for nearly a year because I kept on healing. So yeah, I sleep with my earrings in. I know that was a comment that I saw, but I didn't see it in any of the videos that I just answered questions on. So there we go. Hopefully I haven't missed any videos out, but it feels like I might have done. Anyway, I think I've answered all the videos, so that's the end of this video. Sorry it was super long. I hope you all enjoyed. Feel free to comment and I might talk about you next week. Next week is going to be another super long one because there's a lot of videos that are currently unlisted that I'm going to be uploading and making public very shortly. So next week will be another super long one because I'll be covering more than one week's worth of videos. But there we go. This is the end of the video. All of those things. Comment like all of those malarkeys. I'm sorry I'm late. I am catching up. I genuinely promise I am catching up and I will be caught up by the end of the day. I promise. And I'll see you guys all very soon. Bye guys. And yes, I'm on my web camera, so I keep on forgetting that I need to find the off button. There we go. Yes. Thank you for watching and all of that stuff. Bye guys.